And welcome into Believe Me right here on Stadium TV. My name is Cam Rogers, and listen, I've got no idea what I'm betting on this weekend. I'm pretty sure it's going to be the NBA, and I have these two fine gentlemen, Brandon Lang, BrandonLang.com, and Clay Harbor, former NFL tight end, to help me out and you at home. So let's get into it, guys. We'll get to the NBA actually in a little bit. I want to recap the Masters, if I may. Jon Rahm winning at Augusta, his first green jacket, 7-1 plus 750, something in that range going into the tournament. Quickly on this, Brandon, Jon Rahm winning. And then also, we talked about Phil last week, tied for second. So maybe he can find some magic in the majors this year. Your impressions, Brandon, of the Masters?
Crazy. All the stuff about the Live Tour. These guys can't play anymore. Look at what they did. Patrick Reed, top 10. Phil, top 10. Brooks, top 10. Rory didn't even make the cut. Pretty impressive that those boys have something left in them. But looking at it now, it's so easy to just jump on Rahm at 7-1. And Saturday morning before they teed off, he was up to 9-1 because I think he had trailed by 4 shots. So unbelievable value in Rahm at 9-1. Just $4,000 pays 36,000. 3-time winner already this year. Number 1 player in the world. Reflecting on it now with his game, it was free money. And sometimes the obvious is the right thing to do. It was absolute free money. Jordan Spieth now, the most top 10 finishes in Masters history. Just take Spieth to finish in the top 10.
Yep.
Tiger's never missed the cut at the Masters. Just throw some money on Tiger to make the cut. I mean, there are things that you look at now when it's after the fact and go, God, what was I thinking, man? Rahm, Spieth, top 10, Tiger not to miss the cut. That's it. Free money. There's 50 grand right there.
That's a sweep right there.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Phil Mickelson finishing second and finishing with a final round of -7. I mean, this guy's got me want to strap the pads on again. This guy's 52 years old, still competing with these young bucks. I'm only 36. I'm going to go back and start playing football again after seeing this performance. Phil Mickelson coming back. You know, I think Mickelson performing like that even gives Tiger hope. Obviously, it was tough to watch Tiger in so much pain. If he can somehow get his body right, and he's even struggling to walk, but I hope we haven't seen the last of him. Really impressed me also with Scheffler, top 10 finish. Spieth, like you said, finished 6th. Had a nice final round of -6 when the pressure was on to finish in the top 10. These are all great golfers.
Most birdies of anybody in the tournament. Jordan Spieth.
Yeah,
made more birdies than anybody. He just
the guy can play.
The 13th, he doubled the par 5, which is criminal. Just a few bad holes, and we're talking Jordan Spieth. So, but real quick, let's look at this from a different lens. Knowing what Phil Mickelson said, knowing what Phil Mickelson did to Billy Walters, basically flipped on Billy and put him in jail. Do you not look at Mickelson now and just comes off a bit slimy? He's
weird, isn't he?
Yes, I'm just saying you watch him now.
I'm with you.
It's not the Phil like 10 years ago where you're like.
Did you mean to say Fickelson like that, or was that an accident?
Oh, so he just seems slimy. He's in all black, and he just kind of moves around. And, he tried to sleep with Bones' wife, and he's just a slimy guy.
He slimed his way into number 2 in the Masters at 52 years old. So that's pretty impressive.
Well done, Phil. But our better word, just looks kind of greasy. Just kind of greasy. But
he's not fun anymore either. Like he's not very expressive with his words. Again, it's like he's ashamed that he sold out and cashed out on the $200 million before hitting a golf shot on Live. Whatever it is, it's a bit bizarre, but credit to Phil, T2 there. Brandon, real quick on Tiger, if I may. I'm thinking he should hang up the golf shoes for the rest of 2023 and come back stronger in 2024. What say you?
No, he'll play all 4 majors. He'll take all the time off. You think about, for the most part, British Open courses are flat. Mm-hmm. U.S. Open might be a different story just because of how tough the course is. With that being said, the U.S. Open is at LA North in LA. Played it 6 months ago. It's not a hard walk. It's right in Century City. It's where he's from. Granted, he's from Los Alamitos, but I would be surprised if he passes up playing LA North. He'll be fine. It's the cold weather. It's the rain. It was all those elements, the foot. He'll be fine. He'll inject and do whatever he needs to do to play. He's not missing LA North. He's not going to miss the British. Not sure where the PGA's at this year, but I'm pretty familiar with LA North, and I'd be shocked if he doesn't play the US Open.
PGA at Oak Hill this year. We'll see about Tiger. Congrats to Jon Rahm. Guys, let's talk NBA. We've got lines. We can go game by game. This is an opportunity for us to really rack up some dubs. So let's do it. Nets versus 76ers. And Clay, we will start with you. The 76ers are laying 8.5 in this one. Dominated the Nets this season, defeating Brooklyn by an average of 11.3 points per game. Philly has advanced out of the first round 4 of 5 seasons under Doc Rivers. The Nets went 6-7 on the road in the second half of the season. Clay, what are you doing here?
I mean, this one's easy. The 76ers, absolutely. Joel Embiid, he's my MVP. He's the NBA leading scorer. You got James Harden, a guy who's got experience. Both these guys want rings. They know this is a year that they can get them. I think that duo of Harden and Embiid is going to be too much for a handle with Brooklyn. I like Spencer Dinwiddie. I love Cameron Johnson. I love Mikal Bridges, and I love the other Curry, Seth Curry. He shoots over 40% from the three-point line. But it's not going to be enough for these 76ers. They have no answer for Joel Embiid. I got the Sixers by 10. I'm taking the Sixers all day.
Brandon, chalk?
I often try to encourage Clay with winners, and I think he's on to something out of the box. So well done, Clay. Game ones are such a feeling out process, but when you've dominated an opponent throughout the year, Sixers at home, I just think it's too much. Adjustments will be made from games 1 to 2. But if I'm going to, again, a common saying that I had, you hear me say it all the time, you lose with Team A before you try to win with Team B. And I think in this situation, Sixers at home, Doc Rivers, veteran coach, against a still putting it together Brooklyn team, I believe this is a double-digit win for the Sixers.
Yeah, I'm with you guys. 76ers minus 8.5. I think that's actually generous for the Nets there. So I'll take the 76ers on that number. Let's go to the next one. Hawks and Celtics. Celtics are laying 9 in this one. They swept the regular season series. The Celtics have covered 8 of their last 11 at home. Hawks are 5-6 ATS in their last 11 games. Brandon, to you, again, same logic here. You win with the Celtics?
This is interesting because the takeaway from the Hawks Heat, which put the Hawks in this game, Miami had dominated the season series against Atlanta, had beat them 8 of the last 10, took them out of the playoffs last year, 4-1. It was either A, the Hawks played an incredible game to win that at Miami, or B, Miami played one of the most gutless, uninspired, we don't care, we're just a bunch of overpaid boys in South Beach, and we didn't care. And that was one of the most embarrassing performances that you had seen by a home team, a 7 seed, which had never lost a play-in game, I've ever seen. You get out rebounded at home, 63-39. Rebounding is effort. Bam Abdeo, or whatever the name is, was one of the worst performances by a big man in playoff history. Jimmy Butler was non-existent. Looked like he partied at 11 till 7 a.m., never slept, showed up at the arena and said, I really don't care. We're going to play again at home on Friday against somebody I don't know. So the takeaway is Atlanta just put it together all in one game, and now they're rolling into Boston, big number. My gut says you lay it with Boston, but Atlanta just keeps coming. And this has backdoor written all over it. My lean would be to take the Hawks plus the points. Boston wins. But this could be a game where Boston's up 17 going in the fourth. Atlanta outscores them by 10, and loses by 8, whatever the case may be. My lean's toward the Hawks plus the points.
Clay, on a smaller scale here, it's momentum versus rest, Hawks versus Celtics here. What are you doing?
This is where I'm going to pick up, a couple of wins in my guy Brandon Lang over here, man. You got Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, 57 points per game between the two of them. They're averaging. These guys are elite. It's unreal. You also add in Marcus Smart. They've been together a long time. Al Horford. My buddies used to tell me I looked a little bit like Al Horford when I buzzed my head. And the Celtics, they're the second best offense in the NBA. They're going to fill this thing up. They're rested. The Hawks just played. Quinn Snyder for the Hawks is 20-30 in his NBA playoff career. I like Trae Young, but he's shooting 43% from the field. I like Murray, 20 points, 5 boards, 6 assists. I like DeAndre Hunter for the Hawks, but the Celtics, like I said, one of the best teams in the league, second offense in the NBA. Give me the Celtics. They're winning by 10.
Did you guys see that quote from Trae Young regarding trade rumors? It might happen. It might not happen. It's like sort of a bizarre quote before you go on a playoff run, Clay.
That's what B. Lang usually says when he goes out to the bars at night, man. That's not what you say when you're going into on a playoff run. You gotta be all in on the game, not with the B. Lang. It might happen. It might not happen when he goes out to the bars. It's an interesting quote. I don't think the focus is there, and they're going up against one of the best teams in the league. It's rested. Give me the Celtics.
Let's make sure we're clear here. When I go out to the strip bars, it's make sure we're clear. No, it will happen. So
Brandon bats 1,000. Let's put it that way. All right. Okay. You know what? I'm with you, Clay. -9 Celtics.
Let's
Brandon,
go.
It was 10 and a hook.
Let's go.
10 and a hook.
Let's go.
Taking the Hawks, but I'm going with the Celtics, baby, at home. This game here is interesting. Knicks and Cavs. The line is -5.5 in favor of the Cavs, covering at a solid 61% clip as a home favorite, but Knicks are covering at an equally good 61% clip as a road dog. So something is going to give here. Obviously, the Cavs #1 in defensive efficiency in the NBA this season. Brandon, short-ish number here. What's the move?
Ooh, let the dogs out. Ooh. I'm a dog, man. Sorry. This one's going down to the wire. Jalen Brunson, Julius Randle, love the Knicks in this spot. They've been a great dog all year long. Cleveland's tough. Give them credit. But I like the Knicks here plus the points. I just think all year long, the value with the Knicks as an underdog is something we cannot shy away from. Some first-round series, the 1 versus the 8s, the 2 versus the 7s, that's one thing. The 4s versus the 5 tend to be a little more competitive. Each game's a kind of nip and tuck. I can't pass up the dog here. The Knicks plus the points.
+5.5 tempting for you, Clay?
I think that this is another game I'm picking up on Brandon Lang here. I mean, this is crazy. I'm about to be in front of this guy after this game.
Shock, love, or do people need to watch the show to tell them to bet favorites all day? But good luck with that.
No, so here's my deal. The Cavs have the top defense in the league. The Knicks have the fourth best offense in the league. But I think the Cavs with Donovan Mitchell, Darius Garland are going to be too much. Evan Mobley. I mean, they got a good lineup, man. Donovan Mitchell is an underrated superstar. This guy's averaging 24-4. I love Julius Randle. I love Jalen Brunson, but I'm taking the Cavs with the points.
I'm struggling on this one, but I'm going toward B. Lang here with the +5.5. Okay, so the shorter number, I think this will be a tighter game with tighter seeding between these two teams. So give me the Knicks +5.5, but I do think the Cavs will win this game outright. I like that covering number that the Knicks have on the road as a dog, 61%. Knicks cover +5.5. Okay, let's talk about the Warriors and Kings, guys. Some line movement over the last 24 hours. Originally, it was the Kings -1. Now it's the Kings +1 at home. Had one of the worst home records in the NBA. 23-18. The Warriors were horrible on the road, 11-30 away from Chase Center. So again, something we'll give here. Interesting note of differential and experience between these two teams, guys. The Warriors have 4 players who have tallied more playoff minutes than the Kings' entire roster combined. Clay, to you on this one.
This is the Kings' first playoff series since 2006. Okay, this is incredible here. The Warriors won the season series 3-1. I know they're horrendous on the road at 11-30, but come on. I mean, Klay Thompson, Steph Curry, the Splash Brothers, need I say more? I love Sabonis, 7 foot tall, 20 points, 12 boards, 7 assists. This guy can straight up play. Who's going to guard him? I don't know, but I just believe in Steph and Klay. De'Aaron Fox, young up-and-comer. Is it a changing of the guard? He's averaging 25 points, 4 rebounds, 6 assists. But Golden State has lost a total of 5 games in their last 6 playoff series. This is the defending champions. Come on, man. I'm going with the Warriors. I don't even think this one's going to be that close. I know they're not great on the road. The experience will shine out. The defending NBA champions, no chance they lose this game.
Brandon, we crossed the equator, if you will. We went from Kings -1 to Kings +1. What's the deal with you?
Finally, the guy actually sounds like he knows what he's talking about. Thank God all these football players find a rhythm and they figure it out. You want to see one of the most amazing things you're ever going to see when it comes to NBA basketball? When we're finished doing this show, go to YouTube, put in Golden State's 55-point first quarter. Set back and watch how they scored 55 points in 12 minutes. Now, I didn't watch the game. I didn't know about the game. I just woke up the next day and heard they put up 55 in the first quarter. Went to YouTube, put it on, and was like, this is insanity. It is one of the most incredible displays of offensive basketball that I've ever seen in my entire life. Every guy, I can't even talk. It was every guy hitting a 3, the ball movement. They come down, shoot within 6 seconds. Literally one of the most amazing things I've ever seen. The Portland Trailblazers weren't exactly garbage. It was just amazing. And my point is, when the lights are on, who do you trust? Big difference between regular season and playoff basketball. I'm not a believer in the Kings. Haven't been a believer in the Kings all year long. They're gutless. They don't play defense. They can't lock down when they need to. I will be absolutely shocked if the Kings even win a game in this series. But in a game 1, I'm telling you right now, this line should be Golden State -3-4. I'll be shocked if Golden State doesn't win this game. I don't know, because if they're on, it's sure as hell going to be the Sacramento Kings that stop them.
We'll see if there's any late sharp money. Maybe the line does move to 2, 3. We'll see what happens. I'm with you guys. Experience matters, especially in game 1. I wonder if the lights are too bright here for the Kings in this first matchup. So I will lay that -1 with the Warriors. We are in agreement there. Let's go to the Lakers. The Los Angeles Lakers are in the playoffs. Who would have thought that would happen? They take on the Grizzlies, laying 3.5 in this matchup. Lakers went 2-1 in the series this season. LA has won 10 of its last 12. The Grizzlies had the second best defensive rating in the NBA this season. Clay, what do you think about this one?
You know, I like the Grizzlies, man. I like Jon Morant. I like Desmond Bane. I think that these guys can both play. Bane, underrated, 21, 5 and 5. I like Jaren Jackson. The guy's 7 foot tall, 19.7 boards. I mean, this team, this isn't just Jon Morant. When Ja was out, these guys could still play. This is a team that is deep. This is a team that can play. But there's a but here. It's a first round, LeBron James, Anthony Davis. I'm not going against those two guys. I'm sorry, I'm not. I've seen LeBron do it too many times. I know they're getting older. It's been a tough season. You know, they finally got AD back, and that they give the Lakers a 35% chance to win the series. Stop it. LeBron James, one of the greatest players to ever play, for a reason. I'm taking the Lakers in this one.
You know, the whole LeBron logic is kind of narrative-y, Brandon, because the Lakers kind of were bad at one point this season. Are you with the Lakers here?
Negative Ghost Rider. That pattern's full. So let me break this down for you. So the other night against the Minnesota Timberwolves, the Timberwolves were missing 2 starters. The combined points that those two starters, Gobert and another kid whose name who hurt his wrist hitting the wall, walking out of the arena, that's 34 points out of their lineup. So they're missing 2 starters. They're missing.
Start playing the violin here, Cam.
They're missing 34 points and 14 rebounds. And the Lakers at home struggled with the T-Wolves. Struggled. The whole game struggled. And literally probably shouldn't have won the game. That's a red flag for me. You're missing 2 starters. Minnesota's coming to your house. You got to blow them out, smack them away, and say, get out of here, and let's get ready for Memphis. The Lakers played like garbage. Now, you're telling me that they're going to take that game and go to Memphis in game 1 with a low number of 3.5 and play lights out. Not happening.
LeBron James is 175 and 90 in his career in the NBA playoffs.
Years old with a beard and tats, and I get it. Talk LeBron James all you want. They struggled against the garbage Timberwolves at home.
They won the game.
That scares me, Clay.
On a light
they won the game.
Go to Memphis and be like, hey, we're going to beat the Grizzlies outright. It's a low number. I'll go with the home team here. I'll force the Lakers to show me that they're going to show up and play winning basketball in game 1 of a 7-game series. Do I think that series will be
won the game?
Yes. Do I think it goes 6-7 games? Yes. But they're not winning game 1. I'm sorry. Go with the football tight end who probably can't shoot a basketball to save his life. But hey, so be it. He loves the Lakers.
You heard of?
I think he's got a tat of LeBron on his left shoulder. I'm not sure. I don't know.
You heard of Klay Thompson. We were just talking about him last segment. Klay Thompson isn't the best shooting Klay that you know. That's all I'm going to say.
All right.
Whoa.
Give me Memphis minus the points.
I'm with you, Brandon. I'll take Memphis minus 3.5. Too much public money, I think, is going into the Lakers, and you're seeing that line move and what have you. So I'm with you. Let's go Lakers. Quickly, guys, just under a minute. Clippers, Suns laying 7. Brandon, what's the deal?
Paul George playing?
No, he's not playing.
Wow. That's a tough one. That's a tough one. Durant, Booker at home. Kawhi on the road, game 1. I just think you got to lay the wood with Phoenix. I'm sorry. I can't go against them in this spot. Not without Paul George. Too big a step up. Give me Phoenix.
Paul George expected to come back, Clay, but yep.
Yeah, you got to go with Phoenix here. I mean, he got one right. So, I mean, B-Lane got one right here. I mean, come on. Booker, Durant, Paul, Ayton. I mean, he's got to do that. I do love Eric Gordon, Norman Powell, Terrence Mann. And obviously, you know, we know the main man there at the Clippers. But you got to go with the Suns there. You know, B-Lane got the last one right at least.
We will end on agreement. I'm with you, Suns minus 7. Thank you so much for tuning in to Believe Me right here on Stadium. Good luck to your bets this weekend. We'll talk to you next week.